What's up, everybody? You tapped into the Purple Pocket Podcast, and it's your boy R.A.P. You know what I'm saying? The Vikings squeak out a win against the Detroit Lions, 28-24. We got some things we got to take away from it on a negative standpoint, but we also got some positives that we can take away from this game, too. I mean, the one obvious positive is we walked out of U.S. Bank Stadium with a W. That's important because we needed that. But I got to ask myself, why is it that we have to struggle with the Lions all the time, man? I can't wait to get past this era. Like, I'm so used to us. Like they said, before last year, we were 8-0 against them. I mean, we were sweeping them for 4 years straight. It was just sweeping. All right. Ever since last year, now it's turned into this battle of the North. And I don't like it. I'm not liking it. Man, shout out to the Lions, though. They put up a good game. Let's talk about what we need to fix as Vikings. The defense, okay? This shell defensive shit needs to stop. I mean, this thing looks like it is not successful. It's weird because we say that, but then at the end of the games, they tend to hold up a little bit. But I don't know. I think just the eye test of it looks like we're just allowing too much yards. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, it's like, yeah, obviously we won 2 games using it, but it just seems like quarterbacks are having their way, wide receivers are having their way, running backs are having their way. It's just looking like it's not as good as it's supposed to be. Now, is that a personnel thing or is that just a scheme thing? We need to figure that out. I mean, the personnel maybe needs to change, man. I think we need a little more speed. That's my opinion on the defense we're running. I think we need some more speed out there. Okay, but that's one thing negative we can pull away is we cannot allow teams to move the ball the way teams are moving the ball. All right, it's not going to work in our favor if we play the rest of the season with that type of scheme. It's just not going to work, man. I can see us getting blown out one day soon. I mean, bad, ugly blowout, okay? So that's one of the negatives, man. Moving on to the next negative, Dalvin Cook. So Dalvin Cook obviously is injured now, but we know this as Vikings fans. Why wasn't I surprised when I seen him go down and realized the ball was out, that he was injured? I mean, it's just obvious that he was gonna, and I'm not saying he's playing his injury, faking his injury, but it was just obvious, man. It's like, go figure. The Viking thing. He fumbled and now he's injured. Hopefully he can recover quick, but we know this as Vikings fans, though. Dalvin Cook is gonna give us, 12 to 13 games a season. That's just what it is. When we go into the season with Dalvin Cook, we need to prepare to have a backup to hold it down. And I gotta say this. Shout out Alexander Madison, man. Alexander Madison tweeted out at the beginning, well, it wasn't really the beginning of training camp, but he tweeted out this offseason and said, listen, keep that same energy, Vikings fans, because y'all talking, y'all want to trade me out of here, but trust me, my time will come. And, you guys are going to wish you had a guy like me backing up Dalvin. But I honestly got to say this. If Dalvin gets injured again, man, I think we're going to move on. As much as it's gonna hurt me, man, because I rock with Dalvin so much. That's my boy. But I think we're gonna move on. Ty Chandler needs to move up. Let's get him some touches if Dalvin Cook is hurt like that and he cannot play next week or the week after, just depending on how long he's hurt. Let's go ahead and get the young guy up there, man. I think he's ready right now. I think Ty Chandler's ready right now. What I seen in the preseason, I would take the chance. Obviously let Alexander Madison be RB1 and let Ty get some touches in between time in the meantime. Because Kene can stay back there at kick return, but that's another thing I'm going to touch on with the negatives is kick returning. Kene just looks like he's not running with the same, just the same spice that he had last year. It's like he's running lazy. It looked like he had a chance to break out today in one of the kick returns, but yet he slowed down for some reason, man. He didn't hit the hole. He's not hitting the holes like he was last year as if he had something to prove. Now that he has the job locked down, it's like he's not running as hard. That's my opinion, though. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Obviously, we can have these conversations and talk about it. But that was one of the other negatives, too. Another one, and then we'll get to the positives, man. Because, I'd rather talk positives on the dub, but we just got to talk about some things we've seen, too, that we need to fix. Because things need to be fixed as this is a long season, and we cannot play how we played today and expect to make the playoffs. It won't happen, man. Trust me. All right, the offense starting out slow. That has to stop. This is 2 games in a row where we looked absolutely horrible on offense. We looked exactly how we looked In Philly, we look today, they were comparing the two because it did. It looked just similar, man. We cannot move the ball. Justin Jefferson, come on, man. Come on, JJ, man. You got to tighten up, bro. And I know they're double covering you and stuff, but I feel like you're getting your head out of the game after one drive if you're not getting the ball. And that's what I worried about, man. I know he's a team player, but that's one thing I do worry about, him being young and getting discouraged quick. But we're not going to touch too much on that because he is a superstar, and I know he's going to have his games this year, definitely, okay? He's going to ball out, all right? I'm not taking anything away from JJ. But Kirk Cousins missed a couple throws. You know what I'm saying? He missed a couple throws. We got to throw that in there. He missed a couple throws. It is what it is. What I don't like is this. I talk to Vikings fans, and it's like, oh, today we won, so Kurt's the man. Kurt's the man. He's the guy. He did his thing. But when we lose, it's a team sport. Oh, no, it's not Kurt. It's a team sport. Man, we got to stop doing that. Kurt deserves his props today. The last drive was amazing. He threw a dagger to KJ Osborne. We got to love it. Those are things we want to see. He made the throw that mattered at the most important time of the game. And for that, he definitely needs his flowers. And I give them to him. I give it to him because we needed that. No, Kellen Mond wouldn't have made that. Sean Mannion wouldn't have made that. It's obvious. But when he plays bad, he plays bad, man. Like the offense, starting out slow, some of that's on Kurt, man. I mean, come on, man. I mean, some of these Kurt stands would say that, oh, the reason the offense started out slow, it's not on Kurt. It's on because the O-line wasn't blocking, or, the play calling's not good, which I think the play calling's still a little shaky, and we need to fix that. Kevin O'Connell, I think he'll get there, but I mean, come on, man. The Lions really didn't pressure us that much, man. They didn't pressure us that much. I don't even think Kurt hit the ground today. Okay? Let's be real. We can't always look for excuses when he does start out bad, but he finished good, and we're going to talk about the positives now because I'm off the negatives. The positives. We'll just start with Kirk again. Showed up when it was time. Man. Adam Thielen is definitely a positive. That's what I'm talking about. Spread the ball, man. Adam Thielen showed y'all that he's still Adam Thielen when he gets his opportunities. The guy cannot hold him, man. Aruye or whatever his name is. I mean, this man got called with 5 illegal contacts because he simply couldn't hold Adam Thielen from running the route he wanted to run. So he had to grab him or at least make contact with him when he wasn't supposed to. That guy was our best wide receiver on the field. And no, I'm not talking about Adam Thielen. I'm talking about Aruye. All right, that guy needs some discipline. But we made the best of it. But going down 14-0 to the Lions just hurt me. But, to be able to pull out of that just is a good thing. Good that it happened in the season already, early in the season, because now some of the younger players understand, like, hey, even when you're down like that and things looking like they're not going your way, even late in the game, when we got that Cam Bynum got that penalty on 3rd and 10, and we were about to get them off the field, but yeah, he got a holding penalty, and they got an automatic first down. Even things like that shows the younger players that it's never over until it's over. It's never over until it's over. So keep playing. Keep giving 100%. We have to do that, man, and they did that. And the defense pulled through, man. Pat Pete, amazing game today, man. I think he had one of his better games that I've watched as a Viking. It went under the radar. I mean, he had a tackle that stopped the 4th down. He had so many pass breakups, I can't even remember, at least 3 or 4. I mean, this guy was balling. Eric Kendricks, decent game. He had a really important pass breakup on 3rd down. Eric Kendricks did his thing. Hicks was even showing some sparks out there. I think the linebackers stepped up enough. It took them a while to warm up, but then when it mattered at the end to not let the Lions score again, they did that. They held it down, okay? They held it down. We just need to play as a collective from the first quarter on instead of just, showing up in the 3rd quarter. Like the Packers game is how the Vikings need to operate for the rest of the season. They need to be strong from the gate. You hear me? But we had some good things, man. KJ Osborne with that game-ending touchdown catch. I almost knew it was over at that point, but I made my thumbnail for my video that me and Dave went live. Y'all go check that out for the post-game reaction. I was like, watch. I released this thumbnail like there was still 50-something seconds on the clock. I'm like, watch. I think I jinxed it. I see Goff backing up in the pocket, throwing it downfield, and Josh Metellus drops the first interception, and then Goff throws it again and gives him a chance. And what does he do? He gets it. Josh played an amazing game today, man. Shout out Josh Metellus for stepping in for Harrison Smith and playing a game, man. Even though I wonder why Lewis Seen's not getting no play time. It don't matter. Obviously, Josh earned his spot, man. Josh is an intelligent football player, and there's a reason why he's out there balling, man. I can kind of see that because he was at the right place at the right time most of the time today, balling out. Dalvin Cook, shout out Dalvin Cook. Even though he's injured, he had a good game. Alexander Madison had a great game. Now, my boy Cameron Dantzler kind of, he was a little shaky today, but he did what he did, man. He was a little shaky. He had more bad plays than good, but he's still CB1 in my book. You hear me? I seen Shannon Sullivan allow a bad play over the middle for a first down. That was crucial. But, we bounce back as a team, man. That's all that matters, man. We bounce back as a team. Let's feel good about this win. We going to London next Sunday. We get to play early in the morning. I'm going to be up early watching that game, drinking my coffee. We going to ball out next week, man. I feel good going into this game. We're 2-1 now. So we're over 500. This is something that we haven't been used to as Vikings fans the past couple years. All right. It feels like we've always had to catch up, but now we're 2-1. Let's make it 3-1. I think we can win this next game against New Orleans. New Orleans does not scare me. And we'll get into that throughout this week. Y'all know how I'm rocking, man. I'm going to do a couple videos before the game. We will get into that, but they don't scare me, man. We can be 3-1 easy, but we do need to fix some things, and that's why I stated in the beginning of the video, man. Some things need to be fixed. It is what it is. Hey, y'all drop down in the comment section how y'all feel after this win against the Lions. The Vikings pull it off 28-24, man. Captain Kirk with the dagger at the end of KJ Osborne. Let's get it. It definitely was a collective, man. They came together when they were supposed to. Shout out KOC. Shout out the Vikings in whole, man. Let's go, man. It's purple gang or no gang, man. Drop your comments in the comment section. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Holla at your boy.
Appreciate everybody for tapping into the Purple Pocket Podcast. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on. Purple gang.